If you're building a career in hospitality, you've probably asked yourself this at some point. What is the actual difference between my values and my attitude? I mean, they sound kind of the same, right? But trust me, figuring out how they're different is an absolute game changer for your career. So, let's clear this up once and for all.
So, here's the big question. Can we just use these words interchangeably? Can we just swap them out? Well, not really. And you know who thinks about this difference all the time? Employers. It's what they're looking for when they hire, and it's what they're looking for when they promote. So let's get into it.
Okay, if you remember one single thing from this explainer, make it this. It's kind of like an iceberg. Your values, that's the massive, invisible part under the water that shapes everything. But your attitude, that's the tip of the iceberg. It's the part everyone can see. It's the proof that those values actually exist. They are deeply connected for sure, but they are not the same thing.
All right, let's start with values. The best way to think about them is like your own personal internal compass. It's that little voice inside that points you in the right direction, especially when you think nobody's watching.
To put it really simply, a value is just something you believe is important. It's a core principle. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it's always there, working behind the scenes, steering all those little decisions you make every single day. Now, in the hospitality world, we talk about some very specific values, don't we? Things like having a genuine respect for guests, a true service mindset, wanting to put others first. Teamwork, integrity, professionalism, these are the big ones. These are the principles that employers are really hoping you have. But how do they know you have them?
And that question right there brings us to the next piece of the puzzle, your attitude. So if values are your inner compass, then your attitude is how you actually walk the path. It's the part that everyone else gets to see. It's your values made visible.
Yeah, your attitude is just how your values show up in real life, in your day-to-day behavior. It's what your manager sees, it's what your teammates experience, and it's definitely what your guests feel when they're talking to you. It's the external, living proof of that internal compass.
And look, attitude isn't just some vague feeling, right? It shows up in very real actions. It's in how you stay polite when things get stressful. It's whether you jump in to help a colleague without even being asked. It's the way you keep your cool with a difficult guest, or how you take feedback without getting defensive. That's attitude in action.
So here's maybe the simplest way to look at it. Let's put them side by side. Values are internal. They're your beliefs. They are the why behind what you do. Attitude, on the other hand, is visible. It's your behaviors. It's the how you actually get things done. If your values are the engine, your attitude is the car speeding down the road.
Okay, so why are we spending all this time on the distinction? Why does this matter so much? Because from an employer's point of view, this is, well, it's everything. This isn't just theory from a textbook. This is what actually decides who gets hired, who gets to stay on the team, and who gets that promotion. I mean, think about it for a second. A hiring manager can't read your mind. They have no way of knowing if you truly value teamwork or have integrity. It's impossible. The only thing they have to go on is what they can see. And what they can see, loud and clear, is your attitude.
The truth is, your attitude is being tested constantly, at every single stage of your career. In that job interview, they're watching how you carry yourself, not just what you say. During your probation period, you bet they're watching your attitude every day. And when it's time for promotions, your attitude can absolutely be the tiebreaker.
So all of this leads us to the final piece that ties it all together, this idea of competency. What does it actually mean to be competent at your job? Because it's way more than just what you know. Okay, so competency always starts with the basics, the foundation. First, you've got your knowledge, the facts, the theories, the stuff you learn. Then you've got your skills, your actual ability to do specific tasks. These are the essentials. Every single professional needs them.
But here's the secret sauce. Here's the game changer. You add attitude to that equation. Attitude is the multiplier, It's the element that makes everything else so much better. It's what separates the good from the truly great.
And this is what real competency looks like. See? It's not just about knowing what to do or even how to do it. It's that powerful blend of knowledge, skills, and the right attitude, all firing on all cylinders. Just picture this. Two people apply for a job. They have the exact same resume, the same skills, the same knowledge. Who gets the job? It's always going to be the one whose strong service values fuel a better, more positive attitude. They will just be seen as more competent every single time. So let's end on this thought. A hotel can teach you how to use its software. A chef can teach you knife skills. That stuff can be taught. But that attitude, the one that's driven by your deep core values,
That's what you bring to the table. And in the world of hospitality, that's what makes all the difference.